So welcome to this week's video. We're here, Hazley Heath, in the evening. The idea for this episode is to try and get the nightjars. So we've managed to catch them here a couple of times over the last couple of years.
Yes.
Really eerie sound. So what we're going to try and do is to come here for several evenings on the bounce. This is the first time, so we're uncertain even whether they're still here, but we're going to give it a couple of goes and fingers crossed we'll have some success. So we've been a couple of evenings, and what's quite positive is there's 3 churring males, which is quite nice. One right over the far side here, one that's just down in this little dip here, and then one right off into the distance. So they seem to be coming and meeting here. They've flown over me a couple of times, a couple of evenings, but I haven't managed to get a decent shot yet. Fingers crossed, hopefully that improves. But what I have noticed is just before dusk, or just as before the nightjars come out at least, we get the woodcocks flying over. So I'm hoping to try and get a nice sweeping shot from as it comes over here. It'd be nice if I can get them as it goes into the fading light there, the sunset. But yeah, it's quite difficult to focus on them. It's bad enough birds in flight anyway during the day, let alone at night. The camera's hunting a little bit, but I've managed to capture it a couple of times, so the challenge is to try and get a reasonable sequence. In the spring and summer at dawn, and as we see here at dusk, the male woodcock performs a display flight known as rodding. They patrol above the forests and heathlands, emitting these grunts and squeaks to attract a mate in the dim light. They seemed sort of pretty faithful to this flight path, passing almost directly overhead. They fly off in the direction of some adjacent fields where they possibly could be searching for their favourite meal, earthworms and beetles. If you ever find yourself in a woodland at dusk, listen closely. You might just hear the woodcock's evening flight. So I've had a little bit of success with the woodcocks, that's quite nice, but not so much with the nightjars. There's one particular nightjar that's churring from the same tree each evening. Starts off from that particular point, and then I've watched it leave. Now it's facing east, so unfortunately it's pretty dark by the time it starts churring. So I just thought I'd have a little look in the daytime here, just on the unlikely event that I'll be able to see it. But it'd be just interesting just to recce it out during the daytime, and also just a couple of hours here this morning, just to see some of the white throats and the like. But it's just in the day, just give it a bit of a look to see if I can see where it is. Well, I've had a good look with the leaves. Quite a bit of it is obscured. There's a footpath that runs down the side. I think get another view of it from there. So I might have a look at that particular view in the evening. Because it's so cluttered with the leaves, I still think the best view is going to be that pine that we can see there. So you have another footpath that runs right past that pine tree. So and also you're facing into the sunset, whereas this way it's obviously getting quite dark quite early, so it's difficult to pick them out. So I think after this wreck it's been worthwhile having a look, but I still think over here is going to be the best option. I think I'm going to experiment handheld. They're flying around my head. They're literally circuiting around quite a bit, so and I'm finding it difficult on the tripod to actually get on them. So I'm going to take the tripod, set it up, see if I can do some handheld, and then maybe if they perch, then I can rest it back onto the tripod. Well, let's give it a go. As with most birds, it's the call in flight that alerts you to their presence. Sweeping around the heath, feeding on insects, which they catch in flight. My faith in the birds landing in this tree certainly paid off. With the lack of churring and distinctive white wingtips, I think this must be a female. A very distinctive silhouette. The bird dropped down and I temporarily lost sight of it, but it just moved to a lower branch. Sitting very still until it took a short flight to catch a bite to eat. The light was fading, and soon it would be too dark to film. My hopes of seeing a churring male this year were fading. Until... too late for a sunset backdrop, but still, perfect way to finish the evening. This hand holding is actually working reasonably well. Obviously once I get it into post to see how steady it is. Consider it's only sort of 10 minutes up the road, and being it's been pretty hot during the day, it's been some quite nice filming. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a big thumbs up, like and subscribe, and as always, it'd be great for you to join me in the next one.